You ready to get Sol to angrily speak about the U.S. men's national team?
What? Never.
But there's good news at the end of it for the news we've had today.
You never do that, Soul.
Never. I'm so glad we have the women's national team in Emma Hayes. Thank you so much.
I still need to prepare for the women's game speaks, but I'll get myself there.
Yeah. Later on in this topic, we will have Josh possibly crying, so just be prepared for that.
That's not even a joke.
But going on, the U.S. men's national team, they had their September window where they played against Canada and New Zealand. First off, against Canada, the U.S. lost 2-1 to Canada in a friendly at Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, making it 2 defeats in a row in Kansas City for the U.S. men's national team. KC being the venue where we were knocked out of the Copa America. Another stat that I didn't put here, like the last time we've lost to Canada on home soils was in the 50s. So just add that on top of...
at least they were in Kansas City.
At least they're in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's what I was cheering for. I was cheering for Kansas City, not Canada, beating our U.S. men's national team.
Canada is being coached by American, and Tvshka is a fan of him, Jesse Marsh. And Jesse has rightfully been talking shit lately about the U.S., and low-key, it's not wrong. But he was able to back it up, and Herculez Gomez, he put it perfectly here. For as much shit as Jesse Marsh talked about the U.S. men's national team players this week, regardless of truth, you would have thought these guys would have had an extra edge to them today. Show grit, fire, something. Wasn't and hasn't been the case with this group. And that's just going to pretty much just sum up this entire window for the U.S. men's national team. I thought what Jesse Marsh had alluded about the players and Greg Berhalter was going to be locker room material for our boys. The stuff that gets you fired up, like when people are talking shit and you're like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I guess they don't care. Greg Berhalter is no longer the coach, and we're under interim manager Mikey Varas, but Christian Pulisic once said that they would run through a wall for Greg. Unfortunately, we've never seen that from these players, and I don't think that we ever will. It's not showing good signs here. Maybe Mauricio Pochettino will help that. We'll get to that in a second. To give a little context to this game, a lot of key players are out for this camp: Weston McKennie, Jedi Robinson, Gio Reyna, and Tim Weah. But just because good players are gone doesn't mean you don't play with heart. It's one thing to lose, but to not try. I never thought the U.S. men's national team was going to look like they're not trying or that they don't give a shit, but that's pretty much what they looked like on the field. And to me, that's the worst part of it.
No heart, dude. Just no freaking heart.
No freaking heart. This was supposed to be like, we're sorry for embarrassing our country at the Copa America. That's what this window was supposed to be. And it seems like, they just don't give a shit. Too many of our players were average to poor during the game, and they need to do better. So we have a video here, Mikey Varas, after the game about the mentality of this squad.
Yeah, we get that going.
They know it. We speak the truth to each other. I love those guys. But they know that mentality to fight and to run, to sacrifice, I can't do that for them. So at the end of the day, it's a combination between, me and them. I mean, all of us together. The trainings were
still going. Okay, I thought he repeated himself there.
Intense. They were aggressive, but when the game comes, you got to get going. And the players are the ones that bring that. Coaches can only get you so far from a mentality perspective. But all of us will know. All of them will know that the mentality in the first half, and they gotta search deep inside. Why? And that'll be something I challenge them with. Mentality's on the play.
So.
Yeah. Before we get to some bright spots, either of you have thoughts on just team playing with like what their mentality is, playing with no heart.
Well, their coach is too damn quiet, so that's probably why.
He's
I
an
turned it
interim.
up fully.
Hey,
I did.
Can you go stop? Can you go kick that? Can you kick? Dude, get some fucking fire in your ass, bro.
Right.
God, man, chug a Red Bull, do cocaine. I don't know. Do something, man. It's America. We got to win. We can't be losers. Come on. Also, at the same time, if people aren't showing up with heart, they can go out the door. Like, I guarantee you there are hundreds of people, like, begging for an opportunity to play for their country, to show their worth on the men's national team. And, I don't know, maybe just pull a freaking Dick Vermeil with the Philadelphia Eagles and do an open tryouts. And see if you get Mark Wahlberg to show up and show them how to play some soccer. That's all I got. Is come on.
My biggest pet peeve in all of sports is at least show us you care. At least give effort. I don't care if you didn't run the right set, you don't know what the hell's going on. At least show effort and that you gave a crap and that you gave it your all, even though you were a lost puppy, because sometimes that's coaching on that situation. But the fact is, we can tell you're just there going through the motions and all that stuff, and you're wearing that Team USA on the jersey. That represents a lot of people, and a lot of people give a shit about you. And the fact that you're going out there and basically flipping us off as supporters of the team and knowing what that chess piece represents is just embarrassing. And thankfully the deal got struck today. He finally, I think there was a Man U thing going on, but I can't pronounce his name. I think we're getting into it. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but I feel like the cure is coming of getting these help is coming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what you get with Biden's America.
Oh yeah. Right.
Thanks, Obama.
On my head, that's all I can think about.
Blaming this on Nixon?
Yeah.
Yes. Freaking Richard Nixon. It's his fault.
Yeah.
Playing like
Lincoln?
they're in Watergate.
Right. Anyway.
But trying to find some positives for this game, Patrick Schulte got the start and goal over Matt Turner. And even though he let in 2 goals, he had a good game, made a few good saves, and kept the score from being even worse than it could have been, because it could have been worse. So I'm going to give a shout out to Patrick Schulte there. Then we have when Aiden Morris came in as a sub, we played a little better. So that has to count for something, I guess. He also was one of the few players out there that actually looked like he was trying. Such a low bar. But so many of them.
Well, they tried. He tries. That's why he's on the team.
So many of them, including Pulisic, Captain America, looked like they didn't give a shit. You have to mention when a player looks like they did. Lastly, Christopher Lund. Did he play well? Not exactly. But did it look like he was actually trying out there? Yes. So low bar, but you know what? I'm going to shout him out because he looked like he was trying out there. And you could tell by these 3 players that they gave a shit, and like kind of everyone else didn't give a shit. So silver linings.
Saying at that level of competition that you're playing at, and you've earned the right to be there, apparently, the fact that you say, well, they've tried, is the best you can come up with. It's like playing golf and you hit a shot and someone goes, you had good contact. That's basically just trying to find a positive in the fact that you just blew everything.
Yeah. And going on to New Zealand, the U.S. tied New Zealand 1-1 in Cincinnati. No shade to New Zealand, but they aren't a good team. So this is an embarrassing result for us at home because we should have mollywopped their asses, and we didn't. This game was extremely boring. This was a boring game. I started playing with my phone because I'm like, they don't care, I don't care. But bright side, I do want to see a little bit more from Marlon Fossey as a right back. When Serginho Dest comes back and is healthy again, he's clearly our number 1. But I wouldn't mind Marlon Fossey getting some more looks because he was one of the bright spots of this game. And it was his debut for the U.S. men's national team. So, I mean, I guess he's like, I'm going to show I care because this is my first cap.
So, yeah, The U.S. national team. Sometimes it happens with the internet.
The most exciting thing about the game happened before the game started, which is the official announcement of Mauricio Pochettino.
Woo!
I'm excited for him to put these boys in shape.
Yeah, really.
He's not going to allow them to act the way they've been acting recently, and these boys need a good kick in the ass. And I think Mauricio Pochettino and his track record, he's going to kick them in the ass. This felt like a wasted window with Mikey Varas, and he's the first USMNT head coach, including interims, because he's an interim coach, to not win a single game. So congratulations, Mikey Varas.
You're literally the girl from Pitch Perfect who, like, when they ask her a question, she's like, it's like, thank you for that. Like, you're I don't know. Fortunately, that guy's not made for the press. There's no personality there. It's a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.